Congratulations, you're out of the early game, or if you click this video, you're reliving some sweet nostalgia. Now, what are you gonna do? You've hit level 40, Doom Tower, you've hit level 42, Altar of Souls. What are those? Does it matter? Do you need to do anything with them, or should you just keep farming 12-3 brutal?
Boring.
We are going to start with Altar of Souls. I had a great question about this recently from somebody. Hey, what's the soul thing about? What are the blessings about? Let's click on in here, and I actually have a soul here. We don't have any ascension pots. What does it do? What does it awaken? Well, you know what? For the video, what the heck? Let's try it. Can we get her on one level? For you guys, we're going to be ascending her so I can easily show you the blessings and what they look like on a rare. But I want to show you what they look like on a legendary. Now, if you follow the free-to-play series, we've talked about this in one of the videos, but this is gonna be a separate video. When you get a soul for a champion, you get sort of an additional stats, almost like a 1-item set bonus. So speed sets, 12% speed, 2 pieces. Retaliation was an 18% chance to retaliate, 2 pieces. Perception, 40 accuracy, 5% speed, so on and so forth. When you get a soul from the Altar of Souls, which is either random or mostly random, and we'll get to that in a second, you can put it on the hero, but you need the level of ascension or more of the soul. So right here, we have a 2-star soul. Alice had to have two-star ascension. That's why it's red instead of pink. When I started, I didn't know that. I wasn't sure why heroes had red stars instead of pink. That is why. Now there's a bunch of different blessings to pick from on a legendary. Typically, if it's your first one, you're gonna go with Brimstone. And here are the stats it's gonna boost on a legendary. Plus 7,500 HP, 750 attack. That is crazy on a 2-star. Going up to a 3-star, 30% chance of smite. Now I skipped over smite before. Smite is like a giant freaking meteor that comes down and rocks things. And if it hits clan boss, it's gonna do about 250k, which is crazy. The chance to play smite goes up, HP goes up, defense goes up, crit damage goes up, resistance, accuracy, speed, absolutely giga chad levels. Now there is a bunch other ones that we could pick. If this is a new account for you, and I'm assuming it is if you clicked on this video, if not, shout out to you. Here's some other options for you. One of the things that you can do if you have a blood shield ring is to put a champion in emergency heal. What this does is every time that their shield gets broken, including the itty bitty one with a blood shield ring, they are gonna heal. And on a Lego like this, it's 3% of their max HP. That's a great one. Some champions will use Incinerate, but very basically few to 0, being that it's Arena and Siege. Crushing Rend is a blessing that's usually recommended only at 6 stars. I don't have anybody in 6-star blessing this account. I don't do anything with it. It ignores target defense. There's lots of neat ones. There's also one here for Bellower. Let's see if we can pull it up real quick. Increases the chance of placing. Nope, that's not it. Yep, here we go. So this is called Nature's Bounty. Whenever this champion applies, then it has a big list, and it's basically the baby version of debuffs. Whenever they place a baby version of debuffs, they're gonna have a chance to place a big one. That means champs like Bellower with multiple debuffs become very, very strong when this is gonna trigger. We start at 15, 30, 45, and then 60. So really, really fantastic on champs with lots of AoE debuffs. It takes them from the baby version to the big version. Now, when we're looking at, I think we need one more ascension here. When we're looking at rares, for example, you're gonna get much worse stat buff. In fact, there are some blessings like for epics and legendary called Cruelty. It lowers the target's defense. We cannot even put that on a rare, but we can put a pretty cool one. I think we'll probably use her. Hopefully I don't regret this. We can put a pretty cool one on called Phantom Touch. Now, Phantom Touch is great for your heroes that are gonna be smacking people around and hitting them. And I'll show it to you right here. Phantom Touch has a chance of inflicting bonus damage to one enemy whenever the champion hits enemy targets. You can only do it once per, even if it's an AoE. We also get lots of HP. Think of that, 2250 HP on a rare, 450 attack, giga strong, 15% chance of inflicting bonus damage. And it's proportional to the attack. So it can be, quite high if you have good. Going all the way up to 6-star, 100% chance and 35 of doing it a second time. This is really strong. Even getting it just 2 or 3, quite nice. And even on 4 is crit damage and 1000 HP. And on rares, these stats are very, very useful. Now, Cruelty is what I mentioned here before. This is going to reduce the defense of a boss or a champion. Now it scales up based on the soul level, you can imagine, and it decreases target's defense by 1% per hit, up to 20% for champs, 10% from bosses. This is double what it is on number 1. Going up to number 6, it can be up to 20% for bosses. This is great, and it's always recommended to have one of these on your team. But for Selena, we're actually going to go with Phantom Touch. It's going to give us great stats, and we're going to get a little extra damage. And you see here, if you go to the total stats, Blessing 2250, which is funny. She doesn't have any gear on, so she's getting 2250 bonus, and she only has a 6165 base, which is an absolute huge 30% percentage swing. That is going to be how you handle Altar of Souls. So the other thing we're going to touch on a little bit here is Doom Tower. I am stuck on floor 4. This is terrible. I need another level 60. That's the reality on the free-to-play account here. It's really fresh. We're, just a couple weeks in? We have Doom Tower. Doom Tower is amazing because of the rewards here. I'm not too worried about secret rooms, and being able to get up to the very first boss gives you farmable, so you have Faction War to farm materials, you'll have Doom Tower to farm materials, farmable equipment for okay gear. The sets really don't matter at this point. If you get something with crit rate on it, or HP percentage on a chest that you want, or nice speed boots, it doesn't really matter the sets when we're hodgepodging it so much. And Doom Tower is going to look like this. I guess if you've never done Doom Tower, here's your example. You can start auto climb, and if your champs are quite strong, they'll be able to do that successfully and go up quite a few levels. And it's just wave after wave of enemy of different variations and different makeups of teams. Let's go ahead and kill him if we can. And then you're going to get to boss waves every 10 rounds. And each day you only get enough tokens or keys to basically go one more iteration forward, one more block of 10. So for me, I'm stuck at 4 right now. That's fixable for sure once we get another level 60, or maybe some manual work. If you're having trouble with this, turn it off auto. That's probably my biggest Doom Tower tip on these early accounts. Yeah, sure, maybe on my main account, I can auto most of the waves, but here at this level, it's not the case. It's not something that I can do. And you see that right now. We'll get through this wave because Alice and Kale are going to kick some butt here. But at the end of the day, it's not really hurting me if I have to click a little bit, and it can mean all the difference between completion on the waves. But Doom Tower is going to give you free gems as you level up, energy as you level up, chickens as you level up, charms as you level up. It's basically like a grocery store for free stuff in Raid. And that is amazing. We're going to get here to round 3, get us some increased attack, get us some nuke out, and sure enough, of course, we know we can clear floor 1. And if you're hitting level 40, you probably can. If you have 260s, my guess is you can get through floor 1. Now, you may actually go further than I am here at floor 4. I thought I could get to 5 and push a little bit. So far, no, but maybe a little more manual work needed. But don't be afraid to control your champions on your own. It's definitely the play for getting these done easily. The other great thing about Doom Tower is it doesn't take any energy. So if you fail, no problem, no issue. And if we were to complete this one here, we'd be getting gem rewards, there's silver rose rewards. Now the secret rooms are great because you get shards for champions, but those are going to be, you get fragments for champions, but those are going to be way out for you if you're a new account. And then killing the boss here is going to give us energy. Killing the boss here, it doesn't tell us, but I think each of these is basically going to give us energy, and they often will give you books as you go up higher. Okay, so this one's chicken, this one's bruised. Yeah, okay, so this one is energy on it. Doom Tower is amazing, and the higher up you can push, the better. There's no issue with like having a 3-star or anything either. So I would 100% recommend for new accounts hitting up Doom Tower, because hey, it's a way to get some pretty sick champions as well. And you'll go through and see what can we pull up here. I think Urost is actually a Doom Tower champion as well. Dark Kale is a Doom Tower champion. There is some pretty cool ones in here. Archmage Helmut is a Doom Tower champion. Probably even Akoth. Yep, there's our boy Dark Kale. And that's going to be as you continue to unlock the fragments. They go in a certain order on it. So you're going to be a little bit, well, several months in the getting of something like Dark Kale, probably more. Like, let's be realistic. You're going to be getting free materials the whole time on it. And if you want to get a little bit more of a jump start there, and you don't want to have to wait quite so long to get that going, one easy way is to start with a promo link. It's going to give you a bunch of free stuff and it doesn't actually cost you anything. One of the great things, the link in the description here, it's going to give you Corrado Fox Hunter. That's going to give you a great arena champ as well as a PvE champ, bringing weekend, and heck, a crit aura on a legendary. This guy is going to be a massive speed hack on moving the account forward, kind of like we saw here on the free to play with Alice. You've got a DPS, basically right clicker, we would say in other games, and he's legendary, so his base stats are great. And on top of that, you're going to get epics that are going to go with him. And frankly, with Vergus, he's going to help you push Doom Tower progress too. And it's all free, and you all get it with a link in the description here. Champions that are going to help you in general with Doom Tower, like I mentioned, it's going to be an Ally Protect. Things that also have an AoE freeze, anything to disable waves. But don't forget, you're going to need accuracy to land it on those waves. So for instance, what do I have here that would give me anything? Well, I have basically 0 lockdown on any of these. No wonder I'm having trouble. Also, I have 0 AoE attack down. Attack down is amazing for this too. For cutting through the waves, defense down and weaken are always king. But if you want to survive and tank through, I don't have AoE attack down. I don't have freeze. I don't have HP burn. This account is very new and it's not set up at a point to easily do Doom Tower. But you might have an equally new account. You might have freeze. You might have something that's going to give you better control. You might have stun. You might have sleep, anything like that. Even if you started with an allure, for example, you had an account, or you got an allure earlier pulled, or some of the free to play guys did start with one, you can actually sleep part of the waves. That is going to be amazing for progressing through large wave-based content. I hope this was helpful in giving a rundown on kind of 2 things to hit once you're 40 and 42 and why you would even care about doing those. The progress in this account, those videos are going to keep coming because we're grinding away. And look at this amazing accuracy banner. We double rolled flat def. Who freaking cares? We got a perception accuracy banner. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and tune in for more videos. We got more exciting and fun stuff to come, and I'm gonna maybe try to get that Cheshire cat on the main account. We'll see. Thanks.